Okay, so we're going to add yarn to this. This is the leftover piece that I had from the variegated yarn. And what you're going to do is you're going to come into these two pieces right here, move that loop out of your way, grab the other yarn that you're going to put in and leave a pretty good sized tail, loop it over, and you're going to pull it through the loops that are on your hook. And you've got to get a pretty good grip on this in order for this to happen successfully. And you're going to pull it through. Okay, now I have not made my, and I'm going to pull that out so that this is the extra piece I don't need anymore and get it out of my way. I didn't make my chain one, so I'll do that here. And now I'll proceed to do my corner piece with the new blue yarn. That was the only color I had that was kind of close, and it's an older yarn, so oops, I grabbed the wrong one. That's not the piece you want to grab. You want to grab the blue that you just put in there and make your chain one, and then go ahead and do your double crochet corner. All right, now what you're going to have, let me finish the corner so you can see how it looks. And what you're going to do here now is turn it to the back, and you have your I'm sorry, I'm still battling a sore throat. You're going to bring this yarn down in here where it's close to this other piece. So I'm just going to use my hook for now because I want to secure this. I don't want to leave it just hanging out there. I get really nervous. I'm afraid I'm going to pull the wrong thing and it's going to go the wrong way. These two pieces are secure. They're not going anywhere, but I like to tie my loose ends up. So what I do is I take my pieces and I take it and I make a very tight knot. That's one. And I do it again. Again, I pull really hard. And then I do one more. I'll tell you why I do three. When I was learning how to sew many years ago in the garment district, this is what the seamstress told me to do with my thread. So I would make 3 tight knots. Now, when I go to sew in my long pieces of yarn, this knot is so small and so tight that it won't be noticeable when somebody's using this blanket. So this is obviously the right side of it. This is the wrong side, and you don't want to have that rough or awkward feeling piece to it. So I'll show you in another video how I sew these in. But when I do that, this knot, which is right here, if you can see it, will get buried underneath some of these stitches, and it won't even be noticed or felt. And when I continue through around this with another color, you won't be able to notice this either. This is where we pulled it, and I might have pulled it a little too tight, but it isn't going to matter because when I come around, this is going to be covered anyway, and I'll show that to you. Okay, so I put orange on. It really doesn't make any difference. And I'm going to stitch in that weird looking space. And you're just going to do your regular set of 3 double crochets to make the granny stitch. And then, like I said, it's not even noticeable. You can't tell the difference between what's behind these stitches versus what's behind these stitches. And then you'll just continue. I've also added another set of colors. Where are they? Up here when I added the orange to it. So I'll do the same thing I did with this one. All right, well, hopefully this helps somebody out there, and then you're just going to continue. I have to use different colors on this because I didn't have enough yarn to finish this one. So here we are.